basically the main character is a villain who gets bored of being a villain, so he becomes an anti-hero. He doesn't really want to be a hero per se, but he don't want to be a villain no more either because he's bored. He's bored of being a villain. So he changes it up. And it's a very funny, dark comedy, action-based book. So there's gonna be a lot of insane jokes.
Kind of what I want my goal to be when people read my books. To be, if they're going through something rough, they could just pick up my book and read it, and then obviously they're not going to feel better right away, but hopefully they'll feel a little bit better, a little relaxed to handle whatever they're facing.
Hi everybody, welcome to Soulmates and Suitcases. My name is Lisa Brierley, and beside me in the very colorful shirt, my husband and co-host Scott Brierley.
Hello.
And if you are new to Soulmates and Suitcases, our podcast is a space where we have open, honest conversations about various things, from healing to resilience to relationships to just amazing things people are sharing with us, all their stories. And we do have an author here today. But you will find all of our conversations on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, and we also are new to truefans.fm. So we're very excited to welcome back, this is the second time, Neo ShadowFall. Welcome, Neo.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm glad to be back.
Thank you. Yeah, we're glad to have you back on and to share more about your story. So to let our audience know, Neo ShadowFall is a 19-year-old author whose creativity comes from, of course, creating his books and from imagination and lived experience. Through everything life has brought his way, Neo has developed a voice that values honesty, growth, connection, and creating stories that definitely make an impact. He brings a perspective that reminds us that age does and does not define wisdom or the ability to contribute something meaningful. So Neo, you have lots of things to share with us, a book that just came out and a book that's coming out. And maybe you can just start us off by telling us a little bit about yourself and your first books that you've already released.
Well, there really isn't much about myself that's really interesting other than my books. Um, but most of the books I have written already has been fantasy based with different type of themes from power, transformation, and things like that, like fear and other emotions. And that's kind of a little bit about what my book I recently published is about. It's called The Chamber of Horrors. It's a season-based book, so it's season one, kind of like a TV show.
Oh, cool.
Um, it explores themes of fear specifically,
Mm.
where the main character has to face his fears inside this chambers, his deepest fears to escape. So it explores a lot about fear and how that's handled. And that's also based on my own experience since I struggle with fear myself.
I was going to say, so we do know a lot about you through your books.
Yes.
Yes. And really, that is like an open book of you. Like that's what you're revealing, really, right?
Yes. Most of my books have some type of reputation of, me or my life. I mean, some of them are just for fun, but most of them have some type of meaning towards it.
So that tells me you have fear, but you also like to have fun.
Yes.
Yes. And so I'm sure you've probably had some feedback, like in terms of connection, and other people are going, oh my gosh, this is like me, or like they're relating to your characters or what you're offering in your books.
Well, I don't have many reviews and I haven't sold that many books, but I had a recent review on one of my short horror stories where they told me that they thought it was very engaging and scary, which is exactly what I hoped for. And I have sold 39 books in total.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
yeah, that's an amazing track
It's
record.
it's really hard selling books. It's not an easy accomplishment.
Yeah, especially marketing. That's a very hard thing to do.
So you haven't had many reviews. So I'll put that request out there. So if someone's listening to this right now, get a hold of Neo Shadowfall and see if you can get a hold of his books and see if he's up for more reviews for his book. And where are they available again? So because I often many platforms like Amazon, for example, you can give reviews. So where are they available?
They're on Amazon, a website called Smash Worlds or Smash Words. I can't really remember which one it is.
Yeah.
It's either Smash Worlds or Smash Words. Um, it's also on Barnes and Noble
Yeah.
website. It's on Books a Million's website and just a bunch of other. Like it's on websites in like different countries too,
Yeah.
which is funny enough. All my books has been bought by Germany.
Oh,
Ah,
interesting. So you're making a
Yeah.
connection with that sort of society or that maybe those, the way of living there. Maybe there's a connection.
do you have any connection with the German background?
I do have a lot of European in me, but it's usually closer. It's a bit more closer towards the UK and France than Germany.
But there may be, yeah, some
Yeah.
linkage there for sure. Your vibes are sending that out to the German culture. Very interesting. So you could have 39 reviews tomorrow because
Yeah.
39 people have bought your book. And sometimes we just need to ask for those things. I know it does take time, and being a young author and a new author, how are you finding the process of authoring and marketing and selling and sharing, and how is that all going?
Well, it is very, very hard. When I
Hmm.
go to write, tend to have a very hard time to write because I get bored pretty quick. But when I finally finish something, then I have to market it, and I'm not very big on social media, so that usually doesn't go anywhere, but like 10 views. Um, but I like to make trailers for my books before they're published, so that way it gets, more visibility also because it's fun. Uh, and I look at my books like they're movies or TV shows. So I make like book trailers for the help of marketing, but it is very hard, but at the same time it's also very fun.
Yes, the creative side, right?
Yes.
Yes, I agree with you there.
I know I've noticed something hugely different about your energy compared to the first podcast we did with you. And I mean, I think it was within the last 6 months was the first podcast, if I remember correctly. And like I remember your energy being timid and not quite sure of yourself. And today I'm sensing somebody that's more sure of themselves. So what have you done different in your life to create that? Have you done more podcasts or more of that so you're feeling more confident? Or I'm kind of curious.
There's a lot of different things to why. But since I've been on your podcast for the first time, I was on two other podcasts after that. Um, and then with some hard life things I've been going through has forced me to be a bit more confident in myself. Uh, and then that's really about it. I've been on more podcasts, which has made me a bit more confident, and then some difficult life things that's kind of forced me to have to be more confident in myself.
Yes, that sometimes that will do those things. But yeah, one of the awarenesses I guess I've had, Neo, is the whole stretching your comfort zone, that whole like the more things you do, the more things become more comfortable, and thus your confidence grows. And like Scott said, he's noticing it already
Yeah,
just in that short time.
huge.
So that's amazing. So 19 years old, married, have how many books now?
I think it's 5 now, actually.
Wow, 5 books that are published and one big one on the way.
Yes. I am very excited about it, even though it's not complete yet, but it is a book that I have been making since before I even published my first book.
Wow.
Nice.
Tell us a little more. That's a lot of suspense.
I don't want to give out too much.
No,
I won't give the title or the cover for it because the release for this book isn't until early 27.
Okay.
So we still have a while for it, but I plan to promote a lot out of it. It's going to have a very professional uh, trailer. I'm going to do a bunch of ads for it. It's like going to be really big promoted. And it's the title of the last time I was on your guys' podcast, you titled the YouTube video, What If Born Was a Superpower, right? Which kind of comes into this book. Basically, the main character is a villain who gets bored of being a villain, so he becomes an anti-hero. He doesn't really want to be a hero per se, but he don't want to be a villain no more either because he's bored. He's bored of being a villain. So he changes it up. And it's a very funny, dark comedy, action-based book. So there's gonna be a lot of insane jokes.
I love it.
love
I
it.
love it. I just, all I kept thinking was brilliant. That's all I kept thinking when you were describing the kind of the format and the flow of this book. So brilliant. So amazing. And I always keep visioning it as a movie. Like you said, you almost see them as movies before they come out as a book.
Yes. I don't know if either of you have watched this TV show. I personally have it, but I haven't, but it's all over YouTube, so I know a lot about it. The TV show The Boys.
No, never heard of it.
Um, well, it's kind of like a corrupt. I don't really know much about it, to be honest with you, because I haven't watched it. But it's somehow like a superhero corrupt knockoff of Superman and DC characters TV show. It's very brutal and funny from what I know about it. And that's kind of what my book is going to be about.
Nice.
We actually just got off a couple of podcasts previous to this, and wondering, I don't know if you have thought about this question, but do you feel like your purpose of coming to, this earth and what you're doing right now is to show something that maybe people haven't seen before, or express something, or like what the purpose behind the books that you are writing?
No, I don't think I actually thought about my purpose behind my books, but I have thought about my purpose in life. And I always thought it was to help others,
Yeah.
since I'm really good at that.
And how are you doing that? What does that look like to you?
Well, some odd reason people come to me for advice, like, I mean, all the time.
Yeah.
Um, I give really good advice, I'm told. Um, and after someone talks to me about their issues or whatever is bothering them, they tend to feel a lot better afterwards.
Huh?
So I just think I'm really good at helping people, and that might be my purpose in life.
Ah,
Nice.
so one of the author that we worked with to produce our books is that she says it's not really about the book, it's about who you become at the end of writing that book. So maybe the book is, like she says, your book is your business card. Maybe that's what this is doing for you. It's offering you that space where you're building your confidence, you're helping more people, and it's the books that are sort of bringing you there.
Yeah, I do have one more announcement
Oh,
other than the book.
yes.
Uh, I am officially a business owner.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Yay!
Business. I am not the only owner, so I am the co-owner of a business. It is me and a fellow friend, Monty Regis, and he's also going to do audiobooks for me, which is
Oh,
going to
right
be
Nice.
on.
basically this business is it's a work in progress business, but basically its function is to promote my books.
Yeah.
So I recently made an author website. It has my phone number on it, so people can reach me as well. Uh, and it's on Google, and you can find it on Google Maps. And I just wanted to put that out there because I thought that was really cool.
That is
That
cool.
is very cool. Very cool. I think a lot of people will see themselves in you. So like you talked about the fears in life that we have, and I think a lot of people will see that. And so you telling us that you started with a business, you're now a business owner, and taking that sort of risk. Did initially you think, I don't know if I can do this? Like, where was your brain when you either were proposed this idea or thought of this idea?
Well, I thought of the idea. I talked to my friend, and he said, "Let's go for it." We started doing it, and well, the way the Google business was working, it was kind of being weird, and it looked like it wasn't like working properly. And then, so we kind of gave up on it because Google was being weird. Because we made a Google account business profile to make it. Uh, and one day I just wake up and I have an email stating that my business got like not like 50 views. And I was like, wait, I didn't know it actually got made. So I'm all a little confused here, but I'm also excited. So the first thing I do is I call my friend, right? And I tell him about it and I look it up and it's there. Like it's actual on Google Maps. If you look it up on Google, it is the only thing on Google with the name.
What is it called, the business?
It is called Trials by Death Official.
Trials by Death Official.
Yes.
Okay, wow. There is a name of a business. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And so this next book is coming up and you're going to do lots of promo for that. And so where are people typically seeing your promos? Like where can they check out all your work?
Well, I usually post it on my personal Facebook and my YouTube channel.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll go to my TikTok and promote it there. But it's usually my YouTube channel and my personal Facebook.
Mm, very good. Yes, it's the
Here's a quick pause in the conversation to invite you to join our Facebook community, Soulmates and Suitcases podcast. Tell your story, amplify your voice, where we share upcoming guests, new episodes, and conversations from the podcast. And you can catch all episodes on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Be sure to follow and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Now back to the show.
the many aspects or things that need to be covered to feel like you've had success can be like a lot, right? Can be a lot. And so you're reaching out, you're now part of this business, hoping to get sort of more avenues, more ways people can see your book, hear your book, which is awesome. You're doing all these sort of social media platforms in regards to that. Yeah, it is interesting. And I think sometimes we need to sit back and sort of define, what does success, like, what is it, where do you want to see yourself in 6 months or in 5 years or 10 years? Did you ever think about that, where you see yourself in the future?
I have thought about it, and I do have an end goal.
Okay.
Um, Not sure if I'll ever get there, but I want my one of my books to at least reach bestseller.
Ah, very good. Very
Nice.
good.
Just one of them.
Very good. Excellent.
And
I
I,
love
and I'm
that.
also I also want waiting for the day that I get a review saying on one of my books, just any of them, saying this really helped me.
Mm. What would that mean to you?
That is my primary reason for writing, other than having nothing else to do, is it's fun and I try to help people, and I know through my writing I could help, even
Exactly.
just make someone's life a bit better.
Yeah. And sometimes all it takes is one, right? That you had an impact on one person for sure. For sure. I know there are many literary awards that you can apply for as well, just to let you know that as new authors and anyone else listening, you can apply for, there's so many literary awards. And that also could be, a sticker, like your bestseller sticker, that you can have on the front of your book as well and would acknowledge your book.
Yeah, I did not know that. Thank you.
Like
Yeah,
Lisa
you're
up
welcome.
here, where is it? I can't get my hand in the right spot. Right there, there's three books. We won Amazon bestseller of the day on all three books. Lisa's two books and my one book. It was pretty surreal experience, and it even tells you what categories you received the
Yeah, the acknowledgement in.
acknowledgement in.
And I think, and not that, I mean, having that recognition is nice. It doesn't mean necessarily that it's going to sell more books. It just reminds us, or reminds me, that I'm capable of and worthy of getting it. That's what it reminds me.
Oops.
Dropping something. But yes, yeah. And so, like yourself, we have more books as well coming out, Neo. And it's the, for me, myself, it's the fun of writing and hoping it will make an impact with someone else. And so, your wife is also an author as well, right?
Yes, she is.
Yes, but your genres are very different.
Yes, very different indeed. Sometimes it overlaps a tiny bit, but that's because I recently expanded into a new genre.
Oh, tell us about that. What do you mean?
I Last time I was on the podcast, I think it was only fantasy at that time.
Yes.
I have expanded into the genre of horror.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I've made two short stories um, in that genre, and they have been my best performing books so far.
Oh,
That's where I think I've sold 14 copies of both,
yeah.
something
Right.
like that, which I think might have to do with the fact that I did run a free promotion on them for a very long time. So they were free ebooks at the time.
Yeah. Yeah. And
But
yeah, and sometimes that's an option, just to be able to get people seeing your work. So a suggestion as well is that when you offer as a free, sort of that's value, right? That you're offering to someone and they can support you by giving you a review, which is easy for them, right? Or an easy thing for them to do. So maybe that might be helpful as well if you want to continue that free route on some of your books.
yeah, my thought process when I made them free is, well, here's two free books that you can look at. If you like these books, then you can check out my other ones that aren't free.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, yeah.
And
Go ahead.
and it did too. Um, both both of my favorite books have been bought, like a lot of them. Um, the book I just published has sold three copies like 2 days after it was published.
Oh, amazing.
in Germany bought those ones, and they bought it as a wholesale. So I think a bookstore or something bought it.
Ah, okay, yes, to sell in store. Very interesting.
Nice.
And those are the horror genre, correct?
Um, Chamber of Horrors is like a horror psychological, so I guess it does lean a bit in the horror genre.
Yeah. Very cool. Very interesting. And so this next book coming out will be released in 2027,
Yes, either early to mid 27.
early to mid 27. Okay, perfect. And the title again will be,
Well, I'm not going to release the title yet.
okay, no
Um,
worries.
I'm going to keep a lot of suspense on this one for a little bit.
Okay.
Think that I will probably release the title for it and the cover most likely in December of this year.
Oh, very
Nice.
good. A smashing way to know in the new year.
Yes, I'll probably do it like late December. Um, and then like maybe early January, I'll do like a teaser trailer, and then based on where I'm at with the book, determines where I go after the teaser trailer.
Very
Nice.
good, very good. So your books, Neo, are a lot about you. And so did and your experiences in life. And so have you ever shared about those real life experiences, not in your book necessarily, but shared more about you as a person, like as an author, so people get to know you a little more?
No, I actually don't talk much about myself, but I guess it's probably because I think there's not much to know.
Mm.
Um, myself very boring. Though I know a lot of people who disagree with me and say that I'm actually very fun.
Well, there you go. And that's a question I ask people too. I say, what would your best friend say about you? So, what would your best friends or other people say about you?
Well, my best friend would tell me that I am an amazing, talented writer, and I will definitely make it in the book scene. That's
There
what
you
he tells
go.
me every week. So,
There you go. Now you're going to be telling everyone else that here. So, an amazing book writer in the book scene. Awesome. And what would you say? Maybe that's what we'll do. A few questions about that. What would you say your most happy memory of growing up was?
well, I don't remember much from my childhood, uh, but I would say my happiest moment had to be when I met my wife because we met underage.
Okay.
Yeah, I met her when I was 15. So from what I remember, since I don't remember much, that would be my best, happiest memory.
Ah, very good. Most challenging memory?
Most challenging, probably when I had a car accident,
Oh,
um, that led to my skull sticking out my head and having 13 stitches, which caused prolonged memory loss, which is probably why I can't remember my past very well.
ah, see, that tells your audience and your readers a lot. That's so amazing. Okay. So we were just talking on someone else on a podcast and understanding that the chakras and learning all about your energies and that sort of thing, and how when we have these accidents, they do make those things imbalanced in our life, and it's the finding the balance again. So you're not a boring person. You're a very interesting person with a very interesting background.
Yeah, I guess I am, and I mean, if you count the fact that I also believe in magic, I mean, I guess it also makes me a
See?
bit more too. So,
It's
Very good. What's the magic side? What's that all about?
well, I believe in witchcraft. I have witchcraft blood in me. Uh, I don't practice it very often because I don't know how to.
Yeah.
Uh, That and it's very dangerous. And since I don't know how to, it would be too dangerous to do it.
Mm.
But I do believe in witchcraft and the fact that you can like curse people and things like that.
Hmm.
Back
But
to a
that
little bit about telling ourselves stuff.
Yeah.
It's amazing we as humans tell ourselves all the negative stories, but there's very few humans that actually upscale and completely change the narrative in their brain and continue to tell themselves positive stories of how great they are versus I'm not this and I'm not that. Because you are all of that. Just like I'm all of the stuff that my brain attempts to tell me that I'm not. And it takes years to be, for me, it took years to be able to develop that because I was stupid, I was dumb, I was this, I was a troublemaker, I was angry, and it was all everybody else's story. So, but I would take it on and that would be that. And today I'm none of that. And I know I'm not. I don't care the characteristics of being dumb or stupid or angry. And it took a lot of work. However, also it took changing the story in my brain at who I am.
And a lot of things at the age of 19, it's just,
No,
I think the gentleman we had on last time was talking, no, the
those
lady.
lady, 27.
At the age of 27 is maybe the time where you start going,
Oh.
like, okay. But also too, you said you were in an accident. So like Scott had major head injuries at the age of 7. When was your accident, Neo?
I think I was about 9 years old.
Yeah. So a lot of, developing was still happening, and, the whole idea of safety, like I think of anybody in a relationship, if they're in a relationship that doesn't feel safe. So for you, it might even be environment, right? I mean, you were in a car and things were out of your control. So when our safety is affected, how we are able to show up and show emotions and feel like we are heard and seen and can kind of have calmness in our day. All those things are affected when safety is affected, such as a car accident, for example.
Yes. Sorry. It's very late where I'm at, so I'm a bit tired.
That's
I
okay.
can relate.
Yeah, us too. But
Final pause. If you've got a message on your heart and want to be our guest, don't be shy. We'd love to hear from you. Visit forwardwalkingchoices.com, scroll to the Soulmates and Suitcases podcast section, and click apply here. Now back to the show.
But so yeah, anything else to then share with our listeners in regards to your books, maybe what you would love to see happening with your books, and yeah, anything more about that you'd love to share, Neil?
Well, I for one would love more reviews,
Yes.
because it tells me what people think about my books and what I can do better. If I did something a bit weird, or if it was wrong, or how I can improve on it. So I'm always trying to improve my writing, to make it better as best as I can get it. So that way I can stop using AI to help me format it and
Yeah.
correct things.
And that's okay, using tools to support in producing our words in regards to, like, what's the word? Yeah, editing. That's the word I was thinking of too.
Well, I know for me, if it wasn't for spell check, my book would not have been spelled properly.
Yep, I have to use ChatGPT for that too.
Yep. Yeah, using those tools to help us get our message. Yeah, sorry, I think I cut you off there when I was talking.
Oh no, it's all good. I was just saying that I'm not the best spellers.
Yeah, I think many of us are challenged with spelling. Um, so, where again can our listeners find you, Neo, in regards to your websites and your social media?
You can only access my website through one area, and that is by looking at my business, Trials by Death Official. You can also personally reach and talk to me through my phone number that's on the business profile. I hope I don't get spam called by a bunch of people now, but
Yeah.
No, we'll send out the good vibes.
but you could call me from there as well. And then all my books are like on Amazon, Smash Words, I think it's called, Barnes and Noble, um, really just a long list because I publish through Draft to Digital, so it gives me a long list of places that my books are on. Um, I would say the easiest place to get my books though is Smash Words, um, because it's just really easy to download the ebooks off there.
Okay, perfect. And yeah, we'll include all of that in the description. And then for those who have already purchased your book, so make sure you are sharing this episode as much as possible. So for those who have already purchased your books, read your books, we encourage them all to go back onto Amazon and or whatever site they were on and to write a review. And if you don't see a place to write a review, they can send a review straight to you. Is there some other way to contact you besides telephone, for like an email as well?
Um, I don't have any of my emails publicly out there,
Okay.
but
Oh,
I do have a bunch of emails. Um, well, actually, I think I do have one of my emails publicly out there. It's on my YouTube channel. It's under a Pacific video. It's inside the video of a trailer for one of my books.
okay, perfect. Yeah, so then people can send you a review if they've read your book, if they're not able to upload that onto Amazon or some other site. And if anyone is having hard time reaching you, they can send a review to me and I can get it to you as well. And or they could also comment on any of your books underneath this podcast as well. Yeah.
Also, I have one more thing.
Yes.
Uh, like I said, I have an email that's in one of my YouTube videos. In the same YouTube video, it's a it's a trailer to my book Partner in Darkness, but it also inside the video is a giveaway. And since it hasn't really gone anywhere, I still have like 200 books that I'm giving away for free. Well, ebooks and
Oh,
free
amazing.
ebooks.
Nice.
Whoever can find a secret email inside the video gets a very special signed print book.
Oh,
Nice.
amazing. So can we put that link in the description as well?
Yes, I will email the link to that specific video, and then you can put that in the description.
Perfect.
Perfect.
That's perfect. Awesome. Well, thanks so
Thank
much,
you.
Neo. We appreciate your time and we're very excited for the big things that are happening for you and this big book in 2027. And we're excited as well to have your wife on and we'll see the bigger picture, I think, having both of you guys on and for sharing and being vulnerable today and sharing a little bit more about you. Not boring at all, very interesting. And yeah, we'll say thank you from Thailand here. We'll say Kapun Ka.
Kapun Krap.
Thank you, Neo.
Thanks.
Appreciate your time.
As well as I do yours.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. Take care. We'll get started. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Soulmates and Suitcases. My name is Lisa Brierley, and beside me is my amazing husband, Scott Brierley. If you are new to Soulmates and Suitcases, our podcast is a space where we have open and honest conversations about healing, resilience, relationships, mental health, and of course, all those stories and journeys that shape us. You can find all of our episodes on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and truefans.fm. And today we would like to welcome our special guest. Welcome to Taniya ShadowFall. Sorry, Taniya. Welcome.
Thank you.
We're glad to have you here, and you may recognize that last name from a previous guest. So Taniya is the wife of Neo ShadowFall. So I'll tell you a little bit about Taniya, and then we'll get kind of going on our conversation. So Taniya is a young author, a newlywed as well, and a lifelong lover of storytelling. She grew up in California and now lives in Kentucky with her husband, as I said, fellow author Neo ShadowFall, and their cute little dog Lucky, which we do have in common. At just 19 years old, she's already turned a childhood dream into reality by becoming a published mystery and romance author. And so today we'll be talking a little bit about her experiences and her writing process, especially kind of inspiring each other, Neo and herself, as writers. So welcome, Taniya, and maybe we'll get started by you telling us a little bit about yourself and what you've been up to these days.
I mean, like you said, I'm from California.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to share.
What is it? What have you written in the last few years? What sort of books have you written? What sort of titles are they, and where can people find them?
Some of the books I've written are mainly the genre is romance. I have one book that was published, I think in the beginning of last month. That was like a horror murder kind of book, which kind of changed it up a little bit. Um, some of my books are called The Taste of Forever, which is a romance book. The sequel to that, I forgot the name on the top of my head, but the sequel to that, it comes out actually in 2 days,
Oh,
3 days, the 27th of June.
yeah.
People can find my books on Barnes and Noble, Amazon.
That's exciting. That's exciting. By the time this airs, that book will be out. So that's really exciting that people get to find you.
Yeah.
What first kind of sparked your dream of being an author?
Well, when I was younger, I went through a lot of things, a lot of trauma and stuff, and my best friend's dad actually growing up was like, you could be an author. You can share your story and get it out there and help other people. And now I'm kind of just fulfilling that, and not only am I writing an autobiography right now, but I'm also writing other books too. So,
Oh, what
Do,
sort of other books?
like what I just shared.
Okay,
Stuff
now,
like
perfect.
do they kind of, when you write something, is it something that you want to do or something that you've done? Or like, does it follow your storyline of your life, some of your stories that you write about?
like
Besides
any of
your
my
auto?
stories.
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
is
I
it,
mean some of it I've either done or want to do, or some of it's fictional.
Yeah, like the romance. So when did you meet Neo and how did that all play out? You know, you're married at 16 or at 19, my apologies. And is that part of one of your romance novels?
No, I actually haven't made one about that. I should though.
I know. And write your future in it. That'd be great.
so you're writing your autobiography. I did that as well. It's a pretty, I'm at a stage now where we got it made into an audiobook and I have to listen to it. And I find it one of the most challenging things in my life, sitting down to listen to this book. Takes a lot of
Yeah,
courage to do that.
yeah.
Yeah, it's quite the process being an author. It's quite the journey of being an author. Yeah, what sort of kind of walls, I guess, did you come up against when you were writing? What was like the most challenging parts?
Um, I think probably like not knowing like being able to write like a couple chapters, but then not knowing how I want it to go, how I want it to end,
Yeah.
stuff like that. But once I get it going, normally I start just having a flow with it.
Yep. Yeah, often that happens. And then also too, re-looking at your story and you're like, oh, I want it to go that way instead of this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when someone reads or when someone looks at your book, like they're standing there and they're like, huh, I want to buy this book. This looks good. What message or what do you hope your reader will get from reading your book?
Honestly, when I read books, I basically make it to where I just put myself in the book and I kind of everything around me just kind of disappears. Like if I say something traumatic is happening or whatever, and I just want to like focus myself on something different, I'll put myself in a book and it helps relax me. That's kind of what I want my goal to be when people read my books. To be if they're going through something rough, they could just pick up my book and read it, and then obviously they're not going to feel better right away, but hopefully they'll feel a little bit better, a little relaxed to handle whatever they're facing.
Oh, I like that.
Nice.
I like that. Kind of being able to show your brain you can think of something else when you're going through those challenging times.
Is that one
Yeah,
of the techniques you used when you went through your life stuff in the
yeah,
past?
Yeah.
yeah.
And so Neo and yourself do very different genres. What have you kind of learned maybe, or how do you support each other in their writing process?
I'm not gonna lie, it's really hard because I try to be really respectful, and helpful in the best way I can with his books, and I like want to seem interested. Sometimes it's really hard, but I mean, I'm proud of him for the work that he's done. I mean, he's doing a really great job, so I'm there. Any help he needs.
Yeah, I think he said the same thing about you, because the whole romance thing is
Yeah.
not his forte. How what the whole getting married at 19 and you being a romance writer, is there a connection?
Um, I mean, not really. I don't know. I knew, I kind of felt like he was the one. And I mean, he makes me happy, so
There you go.
So, how old were you when you moved from California to Kentucky?
Yeah.
18.
Okay.
So you moved from a warm climate to a cold climate.
Colder.
She's looking at me like, yeah.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Most people do the opposite.
Yeah.
And so why Kentucky?
Well, that's where he was living. And
Ah,
yeah, everything in California was just getting really hard for me, so I just wanted to change.
Nice. Wow. Making those big decisions early in your life. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. I know at the age of, well, early 20s, we went from the east side of Canada to the west side of Canada. So that was 5,000 kilometers. I don't know how far California is from Kentucky, but it's quite a distance.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you have coming up on the horizon for writing as an author?
Um, right now, I don't remember the name of the book. No, it's called The Love Between Bookshelves. It's
Oh.
basically it's basically a storyline of a girl who moves that's not looking for romance at all. But then she ends up connecting with this guy that loves to read, and they meet in a bookstore, and they just end up falling in love and stuff like that.
Oh, I
Nice.
like the title. That's a catchy one.
Thank you.
That's really great. And so when got your book written, you've got it like published, it's completed, what are you finding the most difficult challenges to kind of reach the readers?
Um, Honestly, I don't know. I haven't really thought about that.
Yeah, the whole marketing side, I think that's as writers, we don't tend to think of that because we're the creative ones, right? we want to just write the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's to getting it out there is challenging. Have you had some feedback on anyone who's read your book, seen your book?
I mean, besides Neo, I mean, I've sent my book, like previews of my books to some of my family members, and they think they're really good. So,
Oh,
Nice.
fantastic. Fantastic.
yeah.
It's great to have support from your family.
Yeah.
Because I know some people write their memoirs and it's
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, you just revealed her life in a book, and it's not as easy in terms of support. So that's great. That's really great. And so when I think of authors, I like to ask this question because I'm very curious. How do you write? So do you write on paper, computer? Do you verbalize your stories? And sort of what process do you go through as an author?
So I write on my computer. Um, well, typically I use the app Wattpad. And typically I will write down kind of how I want the chapter to go in my notes. And then from my notes, I'll put it on Wattpad. And then once I'm done with all of the chapters I'm wanting to write, I put it on Google Docs.
Okay, okay, that's the process. That's good. So you write the skeleton out, or the framework out first.
Yeah.
See, I work backwards. I don't do it that way. That's really good because the author, actually, the publisher we were working with, that was her suggestion as well, to work that way. So you have your process and ready to go.
Yeah.
And where do your best ideas, when do your best ideas come?
It really varies.
Yeah.
Sometimes I could be doing something and then I'll think of an idea. I'll just be sitting down, then I'll think of an idea. So it really varies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you, say if you're out and about and you come up with a good idea, do you jot it down or put it into your phone so you remember what the idea is when you get home?
Sometimes, yeah.
That's so cool. So I think about, as an author, your brain is always going and you're excited to kind of get your story out there. And, you married early, so you have this creative mind. Where do you see yourself, you and Neo, in 20 years?
Mm, probably still married, hopefully.
Yeah. Maybe, what
Um,
about as authors?
I mean, hopefully that we're still writing and that we're getting at least somewhere. Don't know where, but somewhere.
Somewhere, that's awesome. Awesome. There is lots of opportunities as authors, sharing, whether it's podcasts or on a stage or that sort of thing. So there is lots of opportunities for that. I know you are also on social media. So what sort of feedback or support are you getting through sort of that platform?
Through my books.
Yeah.
I've tried posting my books, but I haven't really gotten really anything, so I kind of just stopped putting my books out there. So,
Mm. Yeah, it can be challenging, that's for sure. Sometimes it just takes that one video or that one connection from someone, and yeah, it's
yeah.
challenging. It's challenging.
I know I just had a friend of mine, I was back in Canada for a short time and she didn't know I wrote a book and I wish she had have just said to me she wanted to buy the book when she was with me. However, when I got here, she's, I want to buy your book or I just ordered it. So she ordered it through where
I think from our website.
oh, from the website? Oh, okay, so it wasn't. But anyways, and she said she started reading it and she put it down the next day. Like she got it done that fast and she was like, wow, I can so relate. And it was kind of nice that helping somebody to be able to see that there can be a little bit of a difference.
Yeah.
I was thinking something that totally left my brain. Oh yeah, Scott's sort of experience of, meeting up with someone, definitely, and I experience this too, that when you connect with people in person, like actually get out there and talk to people, that's when they start to get to know you more. So even like our opportunity today to talk on the podcast, people get to know you more and kind of see the authentic you. Is that sort of a challenging thing for a young author, for yourself, to get out there, share yourself, so people are interested in buying your book?
Definitely, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What sort of places maybe have you tried, like connecting with people and seeing, if kind of can share yourself a little more?
Um, like, where am I trying to so I'm not really understanding the question.
Yeah, so do you get out, like I know for myself, like I'll go to a farmer's market or something like that so I can actually chat with people, because I know for myself, I was very shy and I didn't really believe in myself for many years, not until I got into my 40s a little bit more. And so actually getting out to talk to real people and not just on a computer. So I'm just wondering if you had some opportunities to do that yet.
Yeah, we went to the library the other day to try getting our books in there. So,
Nice.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
We had an experience at a farmer's market once. It was quite funny because we're sitting there selling the books, and there's this lady there. We're chatting away with her, and I'm looking at her. I'm like, I know this lady. And all of a sudden, it's like, you have a daughter, don't you? And she's like, yes. And I go, you're Mrs. And I dated her daughter when I was 25. So she ended up buying all our
All
books.
the books, right? So it's the connections, right?
Yeah.
Those connections
It
that
was
we
pretty
have.
weird.
Yeah. And more challenging when you move, like you did, Taniya. You move to a new place. And I know for myself, we moved to a new little community, knew no one. So on purpose, would take the dog out for many walks, so hoping to connect with more people, because that's really what it's about. You want to, have those connections. So
yeah.
yeah, which can be very challenging. So your book is available. Where else can people find you, Taniya, on social media? Some sort of links and that sort of thing, just so our audience knows where to find you.
I mean, yeah, you can search up my social medias. I don't really got my books on there, but I'm on TikTok, which I'm pretty sure is just Taniya ShadowFall.
Okay.
Facebook is Taniya ShadowFall.
Okay. So they can find you on all the social platforms. And then where were the sites again that you said your books were available?
Barnes& Noble, Amazon, Smashworld, a lot of other ones I don't remember at the top of my head.
Yeah, that's okay. And can you give us some of the titles? I'm assuming you don't have your books there with you.
No. Well, I have
Okay.
one copy actually. It's the very
Okay.
first book that I've written and published.
Nice.
Excellent. And can you tell us a little bit of what Taste of Forever is about?
I mean, I could read the back.
Go for it.
They were each other's first everything, first love, first heartbreak, first taste of forever. Aliyah and Xander thought their story ended the day they left for college. Time, distance, and the ache of growing up pulled them apart, leaving only memories that burned too bright to forget. Years later, fate throws them together again at their best friend's wedding. One look across the crowded room and the years between them disappear. The spark is still there, stronger, hotter, and far more dangerous than before. She's not the same girl he let go. He's no longer the boy who promised her forever. But when her feelings ignite into something undeniable, every kiss becomes a reminder of what they lost and what they still crave. Now, as they navigate love, lust, and ghosts of their past, Aliyah and Xander must decide if forever was just a dream or if this time they're finally ready to taste it for real.
Awesome. That's really good. Really good. So very exciting for you, Taniya, and for you both as well as authors. It's I'm really grateful that you came on to share sort of your side of the story, and to share a little bit more about yourself. Is there anything else you would like to leave our show with today? Hoping that others can hear your story. No?
Okay.
All right, perfect. You did great. Thanks so much, Tanaya.
Thanks, Tanaya.
Thank you.
And good to see you. Good to see you, Nia. Neo, there you go. And so, for those of you who are interested in learning more about Tanaya, you can connect with her links that we provided in the description. And as well, if you enjoyed our show today with the combo deal of Tanaya and Neo, please make sure to share the show and leave a comment if you like, or a question for either Tanaya or Neo. And if you'd like to learn a little more about Scott and I or find our books, you can always connect with us at forwardwalkingchoices.com. Thanks, Tanaya.
Thanks, Tanaya.
Thank you.
Yes, and we'll say Kapun Ka
Kapun
from
Krap
Thailand.
from Thailand.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Looking for more inspiration around healing, love, growth, and possibility? You can explore our books at payhip.com/Lisa Scott Brearley Authors. And if today's episode meant something to you, we'd love for you to follow the podcast, share it with someone you care about, or join our Soulmates and Suitcases community online. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you next time.